Yo, it rains, it pours, bro. This headset is done, bro. Oh my, bro, I'm careers, bro. This headset's done, bro. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. It pours. Yes, 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 yes. That the 80s and ladies and gentlemen, today we are watching a video, all right, on what's it called? If you feel distant from your religion, all right. Now, this video is 17 minutes long. Also, happy Sunday. Also, sorry I'm late. Yes, there's a lot of sorries and happies, all right. But look, obviously, certain people might feel distant from their religion and they want to get closer or they want to get back into it. This video is gonna motivate you guys to do so, all right. So yeah, we're gonna watch this video. Hopefully, you guys find it entertaining. You guys find it somewhat knowledgeable, somewhat helpful. If not, that's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, um, I hope you enjoy this oncoming video about what to do if you're feeling distant
Are you
from God.
looking for a family-friendly church that welcomes kids?
Here we're all about helping people
I've
learn
got
more
I've got
about
a fan that
Jesus
cancelled
Christ
the
and
wave, so I
becoming
can't
more
even
like
switch
him.
scenes.
And that includes
Right, those series.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Breath of God series. In this episode, I wanted to talk about if any of you are dealing with feeling overwhelmed with life, whether that's work, family, or friends, or any other personal reasons that you may have. Anything that's blocking you from God, that you just feel so distant from Him. And before we kind of get into anything, I want you to know right now, right off the bat, that whether you feel close or distant from God, God isn't changing positions. He's in the same place as He was yesterday, the week before, and a year before that. The only difference is your perception of what you're going through and what you put in the way in front of Him. If I'm on one side of the door and Jesus on the other side, and that door is closed, He's close to me. The only difference is that I closed that door. I blocked Him off. But if that door is open, then you've invited Him into your life to intervene on whatever issues that you're dealing with. So instead of focusing on whatever problems that you are thinking of or whatever it is, you just want God. I want you just to close your eyes and just take a deep breath.
I'm gonna try to do it.
Just focus on Him. Don't even think about the issues that life is putting in front of you. The difference between a Christian and a non Christian is Christians have a solution to the problem. They're not panicking because they know exactly what's going on. They know what to do. They're not confused of why something's going on. We know that there's a good and evil out there. And if bad things are happening in my life, tribulations and trials and whatever it is, the difference is that I know exactly how to handle them. And that requires faith, trust, and knowing that He's there for you. Instead of thinking, where is God? I don't feel Him anywhere. He's not being active. He's not doing anything. Thinking that way will make Him non existent. You are not forgotten. when you pray for something and you don't get answer to it. You are dearly loved by your Creator. But He's the kind of God that wants you to invite Him into your life, that you send the invitation, that you're the one that's sending the proposition to Him. Because when you do that, it allows Him to intervene, and knowing that you are sincere and genuine and needing a Savior. If you don't feel loved, you don't have family or friends, know that you have a Father in heaven that loves you dearly to death. And He did. He did die for you, thinking about you, of how special and amazing you are. Don't ever think you're just a person stuck in the batch with all the rest of humans, that there's nothing unique about you. You're all unique. Everyone is unique in their own way. And that's what He loves, that everyone thinks differently, that everybody can worship God in many ways. Art, movies, ministry, whatever it is, whatever your mission is, they're all different, but they all line up back to Him. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Just know that everything's going to be okay. Don't worry, everything's going to be all right. Set your minds on things of the Spirit and not the flesh. If you just focus on things that are going wrong, then you'll just get so tensed up. You don't get anything good from feeling overwhelmed other than gray hair. There's been moments in my life where I'll be in my car at 2 a.m, really early, and I'll just be screaming my head off. I'll just be crying so much. Just feeling so stressed out. Just so many issues, whether it's exterior or interior, whether, something's going on in front of me, or if it's something's going on inside me, in my mind, in my heart, And a lot of the things I was dealing with back then was inside, Not many people saw that. It's more of me being really good at hiding things. A bad place to be is when you feel that and you don't feel like you have anyone to go to. And I knew I was wanting to call somebody, but I don't really have anybody either awake at that time. I don't have any friends. Friends is one thing that I really didn't have as often as other people. They were hard to come by with me, If I did, it was very rare, and it was very seldom if I ever saw them. I would just be pissed at either myself of something that I did or I've done way back then, and just be upset about everything. And the bad part is that I would continuously mess up over and over again, and I knew I was overwhelming myself, which could be something even with you if you're overwhelming yourself. Not that something is overwhelming you, but you just put problems in your own life. You put your own burdens on.
Right.
Because once again, nobody can really do anything to you except yourself. We make our own choices, and God's a very giving God, that He knows that whatever you're dealing with, He's given us the tools to overcome those very things. There was a time I went to my girlfriend's house at 2 o'clock in the morning. I snuck out. This was a very common cycle for me, going over there and back all the time.
Hey, lucky him, he's got a girlfriend.
I would sneak out and do things that I shouldn't do.
I used to charge £10 for this book, and I thought, you know what? Let me just give it as a complete free gift.
And
Next time, no, that just really annoyed me. Hey, next time you do that, I'm off the boy.
every time I would feel disgusted and just ashamed of myself. Every time, and I knew God is there, and I've always heard God sees everything that you do, and I felt ashamed of everything that I've done. But then I would do it again the next day, as if I never had that thought of disgust. I knew I would have it again tomorrow, but I would do it anyway. After doing this over and over again, for quite some time, one day, after being, with her, I start walking to the car, and it's quite a walk for some reason. It's a walk. I had to walk across the apartments to get to my car. And it was a quiet stroll. No talking, nobody was out. I didn't hear any cars. It was the silence where you can hear ringing in your ears. It's that dead quiet. And it just felt like that's what my soul feels like right now. Inside and outside is quiet. Even though I'm being intimate with her when I shouldn't have, and I knew it was wrong, I still felt lonely. I still felt like I had nobody at all. Yes, you have, your parents and whatnot, and you got your girlfriend and all this stuff, but it really still felt I'm alone. And I just fell on my knees, crying my eyes out, sobbing on the concrete sidewalk, just so overwhelmed with hating myself of everything that I keep doing, and I don't stop this pattern that I know it's destroying myself. And the silence wasn't helping in any way, because it was just making everything worse. It just was showing me what was on the inside, and that's what just blew me up. But one thing that I felt that made me get up off that floor and know that everything's gonna be okay is he told me, "You are loved and I forgive you." It just felt like a parent when a kid is riding his bicycle and he falls and he starts crying, and he wants to move forward, but he's not. The parent says, "Just get up and try again." And that's what it felt like God was doing. Yes, you did mess up, I understand, and you're forgiven, and I want you to get up and I want you to try again. I want you to go after me. I want you to can go and strive for me. Go find hope. Go find freedom. Go find peace in your heart. You're not going to find love in your girlfriend. You're going to find it in me. You're going to continue to feel this loneliness without me, because it's like having an empty piece to the puzzle, that there's going to continue to always have a hole until you fill that with him. I just needed something. I needed that so much, and I hope that even that story can help you with whatever you're going with right now. That if you're going through something right now, that it's going to be okay, but you have to invite him in. And when you're at your lowest, he's there, and when you're at your best, he's still there. Just don't put anything in the way of him. I want to read this part in the scripture. "Be still and know that I am God. Trust him, and everything will be made brand new in your heart and in your life." It's as simple as that. It seems very cliche, but it's those cliche things that really change your entire life, your mind, your heart, your soul, those little tiny things. Because anything that seems so normal to understand is what you need to take a hold of. You may know the knowledge of the simple things, but taking an action of those simple things is a different story. Now, just because the world is being shaken up, right now there's a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of chaos in media and all this stuff, and it's stressing out a lot of people. Don't let that conform you. Don't let that take over you and your joy, your peace, your love for God. Don't let it take any of that. Because again, the only person that can take your joy, your love, your peace is yourself. And I don't want you to destroy yourself. Satan can tempt you and want you to get out of it, but that's all he can do. He can't force you. You make the decisions of what you want to do. Don't let the deceiver consume you, but be free as you were meant to. You were meant to live free and not in a bubble, and where Christianity is so difficult and you don't know how to live the way God has called you to. But if you're not feeling free, you're not feeling like Christianity is just like a whole other life than before Jesus, then I want you to continue praying, continue reading and understanding the Gospels. And the more you do this, the more you spend time with him, the more you'll understand you. And I've said this plenty of times. The more you understand him, the more you're going to know more about yourself, because your true identity is found in Christ Jesus. You're not going to find your identity here in this world. You know, Satan's good at trying to get you to find your identity on earth, whether that's work or a gender or whatever that may be. But again, it's all God. And some Christians, or, you know, weirdly enough, say, you know, you can't just only do Jesus. That's boring. You can't just do Jesus things. You got to go live life and have fun.
That's what they
Christianity is fun, but you need to do it for real. If you do it for real, it's more fun than being religious and just going to church and on a Sunday and that's it, or, you know, thinking it's just a boring thing to do. But it's liberating. It's so much fun, and it's the only thing that I really enjoy talking about with family, friends, and anything. That's the only thing I really care about, is because it's so much fun, and it's very serious. It also is something that is meaningful. It's not just a dead conversation that goes nowhere. But like I said in the beginning of this video, there's no far or closeness. There's no distance from you and God. There's nothing of that. It's just, you gotta open that door. He's right there. He's right there. You can stick your hand out and you're touching him. That's how close he is. You know what? Not even that. He's in here. You just need to let him come out. Don't block him out in any way. I want you to live the best life you can for God. I want you to be the best version of you, because the best version of you is going to look just like Jesus. And we need more people just like Jesus in this world, because like I said, this world being all shaken up with a bunch of evil and a bunch of crazy things. But you're not a part of that. You're going to make a difference, and you're going to shake the world, but in a different way, with light over darkness. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If it did help you out to understand how to remove that blockade, and also me telling my personal stories of how I got out of it, you know, and it can be done in a day. It can be done in an hour. It doesn't need to take a week for you to feel freedom. It just depends on how far you're willing to go and how meaningful it is to you. And I had to get to a point of, you know, the end. I had to be at rock bottom to realize, okay, I'm tired of this. I can't no more. You know, I've hit rock bottom plenty of times and kept falling back in the same trap again. But you really got to make sure that you're not, you know, putting yourself into situations where Satan can get to you. You got to continue to consume Jesus in prayer and reading. And prayer is one of the biggest things, is the biggest game changers that, you know, we need to do in thanksgiving for Jesus and everything that he's done for you. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If it did help you out, please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. I love making videos like this because it lets me kind of get a little bit more personal with you and kind of tell you a little bit more about me. And you can tell me more about you in the comments and kind of just have really good conversations with each other, and, you know, without judging each other based on the things that we've dealt with or done. Because we've all done things, and that's quite all right. We've done things, and let those things be of the past, and let's start brand new together. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. You can check out this episode right here. This one was one of the biggest ones so far that you guys really, really liked. If you haven't checked that one out, if you have checked that one out, maybe you haven't checked out maybe the first one or the third one or whatever, you can check them out. And I hope you really enjoy those or any other videos that I create to help you guys be the best you guys can be for God and in life and for people. But thank you, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Messenger out.
Okay, let's read a comment quickly. Every year I get closer to God, but with each year I fall harder as well. This year was so overwhelming for me because I'm finishing college this year and I'm not prepared to work next year. I'm gonna do teaching in middle school, but I feel so far behind everyone else. I do not have a license, I have social anxiety, etc. I feel like I chose the wrong profession, which makes me miserable as I'm almost finished with 4 years of studies. The overwhelming things led me so far away from God, I became numb to sin and even not having clarity in my mind, not even knowing what I feel and how I feel. This video helped me a lot. I can't live for this world anymore. My life belongs to Him. I'm not sure what awaits me in my future, but I know God is already there and and ready to help guide me. That's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, chat. Hey, if you are feeling disheartened, if you are feeling distant from God, just sit down and have a talk with yourself and just think. Think for a second. Alright, think for a second. Is it my past that's made me like this? Is it is it what I've been through? Is it why I'm here? Is it even why I sit down today and wonder? Just think about why you feel distant to God, and if you feel like you wanna correct that, if you feel like you wanna, make a change to that, then by all means make a change. Of course, alright? At the end of the day, nobody is judging you about your religion apart from yourself. Alright? God is always got his arms open, ready for you to come back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So don't ever forget that. Let's find a gospel song to end our night, shall we? But yeah, tomorrow 7:30. I will be playing what's it called? What's the game called again? Heavy Rain. Yes, we'll be back playing Heavy Rain. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I know a good one. Uh, I don't know if it's. I found it. Alright.